This little game boggles the mind, doesn't it? Well, let's take a look.
Nice slap across the face I took from that mastodon with the sign. I better watch out if I plan on climbing up there again. Since I don't feel like having another homeless individual slap me upside the head again, I shall try the diplomatic approach. Hey, you, lummox, come out if you feel like it.
Lay off the insults, pal. I haven't dissed anyone here.
Haven't dissed anyone. You slapped me across the face harder than Bud Spencer.
And I shall repeat that gift for you, pal, if ever you try to prance into my office again without an appointment. By the way, do me a favor and call me by my nom de plume, Mr. Tom Finnegan, scriptwriter.
Scriptwriter? Have you written the script of any real movies?
Too many, pal. So many I don't have any ideas left in my head.
Why do you have that depressing sign hanging from your neck?
So that ball breakers like you without an appointment will look at it as I prepare to smack them across the kisser.
I want to go up to the penthouse in the building behind me without having to go through the main entrance.
That doesn't seem, easy. Coming up to the roof area of my building is much simpler. Right next to me here happens to be one of those elevators that window washers use. Sometimes I go up on the roof to check out the view and the huge golden chicken that Golden Chicken Incorporated, owner of this property, has installed up there.
I'd like an appointment, please.
I'd be happy to see you on the 19th day of the month of November of this very year. I believe I have an opening around noon. Be on time. Anything else?
You're out of ideas? Hey, I have tons of them.
Oh, no. Here we go. Why is it everyone thinks we scriptwriters will be interested in other people's ideas?
'Cause you don't have any of your own?
Pal, your reasoning is flawless. Let your imagination flow, pal.
A dorky guy's driving along and hits a girl being chased by the Sandretti Mafia clan.
I don't know. That could be golden chicken material. Pal, please be so kind. Come into my office. A nerdy guy is driving along and hits a girl. A beautiful one, of course. I see it. I'm starting to imagine the scene.
Step, step, step. Help! The Sandretti Mafia clan is chasing me.
Step, 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 step. Hey, damn, she's getting away.
Ah!
What a pretty girl. I'll take her to the hospital. We'd have to change the name of the Mafia clan. I don't want those Sandretti brothers coming over to mess up my office, my wardrobe, or my smooth skin. One thing's clear. We've got a blockbuster on our hands. I just need to know how it ends. Anyway, why were you paying me this visit, pal?
Spiffy office.
Thanks. And sorry for the mess. I don't know what's up with my cleaning lady lately.
What do you know about the building across the way there?
Ha! It's filled with as many different variants of the stuck-up and upwardly mobile as you can think of. On the first floor are Daddy's girls and a television talk show host. And on the second are some immature athletes and a snooty broker. And so on until reaching the penthouse, where a psychiatrist lives who thinks he's Willem Dafoe.
What's in those jars out there?
I won't go into details, but during troubled times, few products display their expiration dates openly.
I think I know how to continue the plot of the nerdy guy.
Let your imagination flow, pal.
The girl and the geek escape from the mafia and they meet 3 drag queens who are lost in the desert.
That's been done a million times, but it might work. I see it. I'm starting to imagine the scene.
3 damsels?
Ooh, what a stud.
Hop in our bus, big boy. Step, step, step.
Come here, there's a great view.
Yes, this is a great view.
There could be a big audience for that. Then what?
the Sandrettis find them again. They run away and reach a village in the old far west, inhabited by hippies, hackers, and
A Mexican fortune teller. I see it. I'm starting to imagine the scene.
Gee, what a swell town. I'll remember it as long as I live.
Wee wee woo. He's gonna see that crazy Indian fortune teller.
Come, I'll show you the real chicken ritual. That's all I need. With this material, I've got enough to write a masterpiece. It'll take me 3 or 4 months to finish up the plot, a few more to polish it, and 6 weeks to iron out the dialogue. Thanks for your help, pal. The golden chicken awaits us.
thanks for all your help.
Thank you for visiting, pal.
One is full of liquid, and the other's with some sort of olives that are extremely reminiscent of cockroaches. I'll open this one. Let the cucarachas rest in peace. Oh. Chloroform, or something worse. A half second more and I'd be unconscious. It's hanging from the hole in the sliding metal door. Okay. It's similar to the ones stevedores use to lift stuff. Nice building. All that's left is an empty shell. Hey, one time I saw a catalog from the Japanese company that manufactures these contraptions. Turns out they're designed to withstand an entire building falling on top of them. Darn, it's locked. Good idea. I'll stick it right next to the lock, in the space between the door and the driver's cab, to see if the lock busts off. Presto. Let's see how this works. Yes! I don't know if I'll be able to use it for anything, but at least I figured out why the sheet of iron was there. It was covering a ditch. That's kind of an awkward place to put a hammer. I can hardly see it. It's not the latest model, but I'm sure it could be used for something. Rubble! Could perfection be any more beautiful than in a striking piece of rubble? Perhaps in a white twisty tie or, well, Gina. I've decided to take this one because the placement of the 2 bits of metal creates such a sublime equilibrium that the majesty of the chunk at the base is emphasized to utter perfection. Though in all truthfulness, the rest of it fully merits its description using the poetic term rubble as well. I can't see very far down, but... Look! A briefcase! Wow! A blowtorch! I can use that. Whilst mounted therein, the intrepid window washers of New York restore the shine and transparency to the windows of our beloved metropolis. Let's see if it works. Holy pterodactyl! What a humongous bird! Not too shabby at all. Looks like crazy people are quite a profitable business. But I've got to get over there no matter how. Judging by its amazing height and the electrical storm brewing, I wouldn't be surprised if it were struck by lightning at any moment. Judging by the height I'm at and the electrical storm brewing, I wouldn't be surprised if a dish of spaghetti fell from the sky at any moment. With meatballs! Let's think about this for a second. Its left leg is loose at the top. If I unweld it at the bottom and I get it to fall towards Bennett's building, I'll have a slide. Okay, let's do this. Darn, it's short by a couple of feet. I'll lower the elevator just in case. I'll run to get enough momentum to go those last few feet. Good plan. It'll be the riskiest thing I've ever done, but something tells me I'm not gonna bite the dust tonight. I'm ready. As ready as I'll ever be. Whoa! No, 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 no! Gina! Don't worry, I got a blowtorch. I'll burn the ropes and...
Ah!
What's wrong?
This is for burning me.
Ow! But...
This one's for all you put me through. And this one? Come here. How's the report coming along, Judge?
I need more time, if you want them to believe it.
Think about your daughter. Write faster. Wasabi, the girl.
Oh, you've disappointed me, my darling. Not so good with ropes, huh? False alarm, everything's cool.
I just arranged to meet with the buyer of the Transonite. Move it.
Right away, feel me.
Gotta find out what's going on. This is some major news. I gotta tell Brian. I hope he didn't get hurt. He's probably fine, but how can I really know for sure? It's the extra string Wasabi left behind when he tied me to the radiator. You gotta admit, it's much more reliable than handcuffs. I used up all the juice in those containers to fill the bucket. I'll take 2. They're empty, but they may be useful for something. Who knows? I hate ironing. I hope I don't have to do that menial task anymore in the near future. It finally cooled off. Yeah, I guess it should pierce through the plastic without a hitch. Ready. Not that I listened much in school, but a while back, Brian told me about this dumb thing I keep remembering ever since. It was some sort of contraption you made by connecting 2 yogurt containers with a wire. Something like this, though I haven't attached one of the juice containers yet because I don't know how long I need the string to be. That's it? You're really inspired today, girl.
Brian? Brian, can you hear me? Brian? Brian?
I finally got my memory back. Thanks to you, Gina.
Good, because I have something to tell you. Listen up. This is important. I followed Wasabi because Tarantula was telling him something about the Trantonite. And
The sale will take place here tonight. The Italians are sending their man. Name is Furio, with the $10 million at 3 in the morning.
So that's what this is all about? All the deaths? Just for money?
For a lot of money. And let's not forget the pleasure of killing. Pay attention, Wasabi. We gotta be ready for another visit.
What visit's that?
Basco's coming here tonight.
The dead bloke?
He's alive. He's
Whoa.
incredibly tenacious. Half-Vet still is stand guard.
A mafia hotshot named Furio. Thanks, Gina. You just gave me a brilliant idea. Thanks, Gina. You may not understand how, but you just gave me an amazing plan.
I don't, huh? So why do you think I told you about it?
Okay. Calm down. I'll take it from here. Tarantula is waiting for an Italian mafia kingpin to bring $10 million at 3 in the morning. If I hand over that same amount before the mafia kingpin gets here, while I'm dressed up as a mafia kingpin, I could set some sort of trap. But it can't be me who goes in. They're obviously expecting me. So here's the plan. 1. Find a volunteer to pretend he's the mafia kingpin. 2. Disguise him well enough so they fall for it. 3. Get $10 million. 4. Give my volunteer some sort of trap to take out Tarantula when he enters the penthouse. And all of that before 3 in the morning? Thank you very much. Doesn't seem too difficult. Nothing of interest in the card on the left. But on the right, there's a suit. Pants, jacket, shirt, tie, but it's really wrinkled. It's clean, but it looks like someone took a siesta on top of it. The door is open. The only thing in here are stacks of leaflets. Not much of a loot. The Pink Iguana? Where have I heard of that place before? If it wasn't blocked with those bars, I could have tried to use it as an exit. Who could have left that out there? Hey, it's not a rag. It's a scarf with strange markings. Call the police. Yeah, sure. Just what I need to do right now. Gina, everything okay?
Yes, Brian.
Look and see whether Bennett's got $10 million in the ironing room, will ya?
You bet, Brian. I'll go look right this minute.
Good. Are you just saying yes like you always do to idiots?
What do you think?
Let's talk about something else. You've given me so much new info, I've hardly had time to take it all in.
Yeah, a lot has happened in a very short time.
So Miss Palmer and Tarantula are the same person.
Yeah, she's the only person responsible for everything that's happened to us. She did away with Kortzmeyer, Bennett. And unless you can avoid it, she'll continue with the judge and me. We'll just become 2 more notches on her gun.
What about Gabbo?
I think he's locked up in the same room where we saw the recordings of your therapy sessions. I hope he's all right.
An alien spacecraft. Everything makes sense now.
Wait, you believe that? According to Bennett, it was just a fantasy that your mind created on the basis of some reality.
Look, Gina, there are two possibilities. Either I'm crazy or the Trantorians exist. Frankly, the second option is more appealing to me. I still can't believe all the stuff about Bennett.
Bennett was a good guy who believed in you. He put himself in a lot of danger to save you, and you owe him a lot, Brian. A lot.
Well, over time, we'll come to terms with all this. An Italian mafia kingpin? Can you imagine if he belonged to the Sandretti family?
That did go through my mind, but I'd rather not have to face them again. Even though we came out on top, we stole a nice little fortune from them.
I saw an iron up there before, didn't I?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to tie a suit, shirt, and tie to the wire. You just pull it up, then lower it back down to me, all nice and ironed. Can you do that, honey? Hello? Gina? You there? Hey! No reason to be so rude. Hey, I didn't do such a bad job. And the best part is now I have most of the disguise ready, except for a few little details. I'd spend my whole day going up and down, but I might get dizzy. Wait, those doors can't be opened from the outside, and I may need to come back in later on. It's decided. I won't leave here until I can set up a system allowing me to open the doors from the outside. I've got it! The scarf is so thin that I can slip it under the door, and if I tie one end to the bar that opens the door, I can just tug on the other end from the outside and presto! It's open sesame time. Perfect! I'm sure that'll work. The nasty stench wafting out of there is enough to spur the creation of a whole new race of mutant turtles. Let's make a preliminary attempt. The manhole cover is so thick and the hole so small that I could never lift it with my bare hands, not even with the tried and true technique of sticking in my pinky finger. Great idea. There's something down there. Looks like an anti-gas helmet. Headgear with more or less the same purpose as a gas mask, but in the form of a helmet. Filth, trash, and garbage. And a half-empty can of paint. Okay, technically that's just garbage too. But it's so shiny and pretty. Great idea. Done. I think it'll work great as part of the Mafia Kingpin costume. What kind of shady deal could go down without including a silver briefcase? At last! With this in the suit, the costume problem is finally solved. Hey, Tom.
What do you need?
I need a volunteer to play the role of the Italian mafia thug.
Don't look at me, pal. My talents as a performer are zero. You know, we script writers are frustrated actors, and actors are just crappy waiters.
Don't the homeowners in the building complain that you're here?
Why would they complain? The building's owned by Golden Chicken Incorporated. I've won 2 chickens, even though one was wickedly stolen from me. I haven't paid my respects to the management because the doorman has it in for me, but I'm certain they feel proud to be accompanied by such an illustrious fellow tenant.
Tell me about your scripts.
I was asked to write a script for which I eventually won the Golden Chicken. Provisionally Deceased, the story of 3 catatonic friends with a great sense of humor.
Thanks for all your help.
Thank you for visiting, pal.
Script Planet Restaurant, staff only. I shouldn't, but it is a restaurant, and I am kinda hungry.
Hold your horse feathers. Somebody's knocking at the door.
But
No one. People are so rude these days. My deepest thanks for allowing me to enter your humble abode. Encyclopedias, life insurance. Do you believe in life everlasting? Is your furniture from IKEA? By the way, allow me to introduce myself. Jonah Johnson, unemployed actor and acting waiter. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Brian Basco.
My mistake. No pleasure at all. How can I help you, my friend?
The way you talk reminds me of someone.
It's my job. Comes with the territory. Since Script Planet is a movie-themed restaurant, we waiters are all undiscovered actors who wait on tables while imitating known actors. This week I've been assigned a role as a Marxist actor of the Grouchian subset. It's much easier than being myself, especially with all the available documentation.
Are you alone?
Are you coming on to me, sir? A little respect. I'm a youth. I'm a little lost lamb. And if you're on the lamb, you ought to leave me alone. Get out of here. The restaurant's closed and I'm by myself. I have to wait for the drunkard at table 23 to wake up before I can go home.
Who's the drunk guy at table 23?
One of our illustrious customers, a bigwig from the movie industry. He's gonna give me a nice role. That's why I've been buttering him up.
You look pretty healthy considering the life you live.
A veritable disaster. I'm in such good shape that I spend entire days at the hospital. The doctors think it may be some strange disease.
Are you sure you're a good actor? Prove it.
I don't like that idea. There are probably better ways to waste my time.
Come on, just try.
I don't think that will come in handy. Hey, that might just work.
Hey, you're imitating me.
Great idea.
Great work.
Presto. I'll try again.
Hey, no need to continue. I'm convinced. You can stop imitating me now.
No reason to do that for the time being.
Okay, stop pretending to be me.
I wonder how that could be useful to me.
Because I just learned how to slam a good punch and my hands are feeling a bit itchy.
Sir, you've convinced me. Nothing like a sock and a kisser to promote dialogue.
I'm gonna go keep begging and stuff.
Change your rug. It doesn't match the furniture. Despite the apparent lack of any millionaire ladies, I'll speak to you for a while, but don't think that sets any precedent.
How do you think you'd do at playing an Italian mafia thug?
Oh, mamma mia, your papa is dead, and your grandpapa is dead. Your great-grandpapa is dead, your great-great-grandpapa dead, your great-great-great-grandpapa, he too, dead, all dead.
Perfect. Now listen up. I need you to play a starring role as Furio, the Italian mafia kingpin, and hand $10 million over to Tarantula, a psychopathic, ruthless mercenary.
A piece of cake, but the script. I am a method actor, you know. Without the script, I have no confidence, and without the confidence, I cannot act. And if I cannot act, the mercenary, she cut my little jewels of the familia off of my little body. And with my little jewels of the familia cut off, oh, mamma mia.
Okay, I'll get you a script then. We got a deal?
Someday I'll ask you for a favore. In the meantime, yes, get me the script.
Well, it seems getting my hands on a script will be easy. Hey, Tom.
What do you need?
I found the perfect buyer for the script about the nerdy guy.
But we hardly even sketched it out.
Our buyer wants me to write a scene for him that he thought of.
Shoot. Here we go again. Back with the old creative producers. What does the scene involve?
Furio, an Italian mafia thug, goes into Tarantula's lair 'cause she has a precious stone called Trantonite. In exchange for the stone, Furio will give her $10 million.
And the dramatic tension? Where's the dramatic tension?
The appointment was at 3 in the morning, but Furio arrived way early because he's kind of a nervous type.
So Tarantula wasn't comfortable with the whole affair, and Furio had to convince her he wasn't an imposter.
That would work.
Okay. How many golden chickens do you see on my desk?
1.
Good eye, pal. When you see 2, I'll write the scene for that producer. In the meantime, I'll stick to polishing the plot. I've got to narrate.
What is this silliness about the golden chicken?
It is not silliness. It is theft. You've seen 5,000 Ways to Say I Love You, right?
Of course. It won a golden chicken. It's a classic. And what a script.
Thank you very much, pal. Yours truly here authored it.
You wrote 5,000 Ways to Say I Love You? But they've made sequels and a series and you should be filthy rich.
Yes, but someone stole my script and kept the chicken, the money, and the recognition.
Who stole your script for 5,000 Ways to Say I Love You?
I can't remember his name. A novice of a writer. A boozed-up clown who was always falling asleep after lunch, no matter what greasy spoon he was in.
Thanks for all your help.
Thank you for visiting, pal.
If the last thing I was told is true, it might be worth the risk. There's my chicken. I bet that's the one they gave him for stealing the script of 5,000 Ways to Say I Love You. It's shaped almost the same, and even though it weighs slightly more, it should do the trick. Shoot, he almost woke up. The piece of rubble is nearly perfect for switching with the golden chicken. Too bad it doesn't weigh a tiny bit less. Just call me Brian Angelo. This should be called 5,000 Ways to Drive Brian Crazy. But the payback is always worthwhile in the end. Pretty cool, huh? If you insist. Beggars can't be choosy.
What do you need?
I need to tell you that I see 2 golden chickens on your desk.
Yeah, I see 'em. I'm looking at 'em. All right, have a seat while I write the Furio and Tarantula scene for our buyer. Mister, you've got your script here.
Go, look, take, speak with, use with. The eternal questions. Huh? Thanks, Tom. I'll make good use of it. Perfect. Thanks to this, Jonah will help me out for sure. And the best part is that my anti-tarantula plan is getting closer and closer to being complete. Hey, that might just work. If I place one bill on top of each stack of leaflets in exactly the right way, it could pass for $10 million. Well, that's one less thing on my anti-tarantula plan to-do list. That's it. I think it's becoming clearer and clearer to me just what the tarantula trap could consist of. But I've got to put on the old thinking cap again. Done. Good plan. I'll spray the leaflets with the chloroform, and when Tarantula opens up the briefcase, she'll immediately faint.
Boys and girls, do not try this at home, especially on $10 million.
Cool. I realize now that I've got the costume, the $10 million, and basically everything for the perfect trap. All I have to do is get the anti-gas helmet to Gina and dress up my volunteer. Here we go. The time has come to put my plan into action. You look awesome, Jonah. I'm sure they'll fall for it.
Sir, perfection is my only defect.
No, Jonah. Remember, you're supposed to be Furio.
Mamma mia! I almost put my foot in the mouth of myself!
Well, don't worry about it. Come on, Jonah. You can do this. No performance is beyond your acting skill.
I can do it. It is possible. Impossibile. I cannot.
Why cannot you?
I am scared, like a little chicken.
Scared?
The stage of fright. The most monstrous, hugest man I ever seen in front of the building door. Mekidiko, man. It is a bull. It is a gargantuan bull of a Spanish matador. I don't move from here until the bull goes arrivederci. Capisce?
All right, yeah. Capito. Guess I have no other choice. Let's go check out the bull of the Spanish matador. Jonah's right. That ox is huge. But it doesn't matter. I have to get him to shoot, or my plan goes awry. I don't think that's a good... Wait. I can provoke him into chasing me and get him away from the main entrance that way, but where do I run to? Beyond the shadow of a doubt, one of the most brilliant ideas I've come up with in years. Come on, let's get this over with. Hey, Fatso! You waiting for somebody? It's me, Brian. Brian Basco. The bull is beaten. Now I'll find Jonah.
You are sure? No more bull of the Spanish matador?
Of course not, Jonah.
Bene, it is arrived, the moment of my starring role. I come to you, great seventh art. Furio is here!
I know exactly what you're thinking. That I'm going to send the hack actor into the fire while I just kick back and relax, right? Well, you've got it wrong.
Signorina Tarantula, where is the miraculous stone?
You're early.
Oh, mamma mia. My mother, she made the fettuccine all'arrabbiata that is like for licking the fingers, and she said, Furio, my sweet boy, don't come home late from killing the people or the pasta. It becomes like the sole of a wet shoe. Ma, what a lousy screenwriter has written this crappy dialogue. You're right, I'm early, and so what?
The cash.
Signorina Tarantula, it is a pleasure to do the business with you. Right to the point.
Bad hair day. Miss Palmer, nice dress.
I owe you my life, and especially my daughter's. Consider yourself a free man, Mr. Basco. Tomorrow I'll make it official. Now, there's a lot of work to be done. The police are on their way.
Is anyone gonna come untie me?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
For your mercy, for your lust, for your friendship, for your good, for your humanity, for your
Guido contento perché la vita mi sorride. Vado a fare un lavorino che mi ha chiesto il mio zio Carlo. E quando tornò, 2 cadaveri nel bagaglio.
Signorina Tarantula, it is always a pleasure to do the business with you. Always to the point. I'll give it a Trento night to the Sandretti brothers pronto. Enjoy the $10 million.
E quando tornò, 2 cadaveri nel bagaglio. Guido contento perché la vita mi sorride. Vado a fare un lavorino che mi ha chiesto.
Are you impressed? We robbed the Sandrettis for the second time.
It could become our specialty, till they find out it's just volcanic rock.
One thing. How'd you get in here?
It was easy. I started a telepathic conversation with Alpha, who disintegrated my body and sent my particles to a parallel dimension where Bennett was living on the ground floor. Then he reintegrated them, returning me to our dimension and...
This is not the Trento night! Knock it down at the door! Ragazzi!
Run!
Time is running out, fading clouds of blood. There's no hope if we stay here. Run away with me from this maddening world. We'll be dead if we stop. Time is running out, fading clouds of blood. There's no hope if we stay here. Run away from this maddening world. We'll be dead if we stop now. Speak out loud. Make up your mind. You can hide from the past. Say what you want and pull yourself together. Leave all your goals behind. Let me hear your voice. I won't let you down. I just fell in emotion. Run away from this maddening world. We'll be dead if we stop right now.
When I saw how much you hurt me, I bought the devil his soul. When he saw how much I love you, the devil sold me his soul. Now my dear, I can't do nothing but hate, and all my hate is for you. I bought the devil his soul, it all Satan, he sold me his soul.
Ho un cadavere nel bagaglio, guido contento perché la vita mi sorride. Vado a fare un lavorino che mi ha chiesto il mio zio Carlo. E quando tornò,
Intolerable, unendurable, insufferable! This game is even worse than the previous one. It's got tons of pixel hunting and more bugs than that entomologist in Chapter 3. The plot's impossible to follow. The puzzles are all completely unbelievable. The dialogue couldn't be any duller. The drawings looked like they were doodled by some cross-eyed artist, and the colors remind me of bubble gum. The characters have got too much texture. The visual effects look like kindergartners did them. The animations were just thrown together, and the music, it sounds like some synthesizer from the 80s. To sum it all up, I loved it. They don't have me locked up in a loony bin for nothing, right?